We have arrived at the special occasion speech. This is a speech I truly want you to have some fun with. Through the semester, we have really focused in on how we build a speech, how we present a speech, how we include humor in a speech. We've talked about storytelling. We've talked about ethics. We have talked about so many things about persuasion and about being informative. The special occasion speech is a little bit different. And it's just different enough that it gives you the opportunity to take out that toolbox that you built through the semester, take what you have learned and apply it, but do so in a fun way without a lot of stress. What we want to talk about is the special occasion speeches, the different types from introduction, presentation, acceptance, commemorative, and some ideas that are a little bit off the wall that you could utilize when you're presenting your speech. One thing, the reason why I want us to have fun with this is because we've done so many things, really focused in on the rubric and focused in on paying attention to detail, that we've been focused. And in being in focus, we haven't deviated from the norm. We haven't enjoyed ourselves. We've given some fun speeches, yes, but each time the pressure was building and building and building. And now that pressure isn't going to be there. Let's look at having a special occasion speech that's fun. Let's remember something about special occasion speeches. These are the most frequent ones you're going to be asked to do. It could be a wedding you're asked to. It could be a retirement ceremony. It could just be getting together with friends for a birthday or another special event. And for that reason, you need to know the tools we've used through the semester to help you build your speech. When we're talking about speeches of introduction, this is one of the simplest ones. Hey, can you introduce our guest speaker? Would you mind introducing our professor that's going to talk tonight? Can you introduce? And all of these are simple speeches of introductions. The main thing to remember about a speech of introduction, you're not the topic. You're just simply the gatekeeper. You're bringing the person up and you're making them feel welcome. For that reason, remember these simple elements. Be brief. Don't go on and on. Your introduction should not be longer than their speech. So keep it brief, keep it pleasant. Make sure your remarks are accurate, because there's nothing worse than introducing someone and then they come up there and they say, well, let me make a few corrections. Boy, that just makes you feel bad. So make sure your remarks are accurate. Adapt your remarks for the occasion. You might be speaking at a graduation ceremony, or you may be speaking in front of a group of friends. There's going to be more formality with the graduation versus your friends. So make sure it has that feel that is appropriate for the situation. Adapt it to the speaker you're bringing out. Don't go on and on about you. Of course, adapt it so you're speaking about them. Adapt it for the audience. Is this the first introduction, so you have to get them quieted down like the opening band? Or is this the fifth or sixth in a long line of speeches that are going on? In which case you need to, okay, how do we get their attention drawn back in? How do we quiet them down? How do we get their attention drawn back in? Or is this the concluding one and it's the big climax of the day? So realize you'll adapt for your audience, just like you do in all your audience analysis. And create a sense of anticipation or drama, because you don't want to say, well, now let's bring out our guest speaker. I'm glad they're here. No, you want to, let's bring out our guest speaker who's going to share with you this important, boom. Your audience is like, yeah, I really want to hear this person. Several things to do when you're doing a speech of introduction. Take the time to ask the person that's coming up about the accuracy of your remarks. Make sure that it's the story they want to have related. You can do this in 30 seconds just by going up there and talking to the person you're introducing and seeing if there's anything additional they want to add in. Next is a speech of presentation. In this case, you're not bringing up a speaker, you're giving an award. These are the fun ones. We've all seen these out there. You want to make sure you're pronouncing the award correctly. Because in this case, you're not just focused on the speaker that's coming up, you're focused on the award. Why is this a special award? What's really magnificent about it? Why is the person honored to be getting it? Why are they worthy of getting it? So you can absolutely make sure you have the details down about the award and the recipient. Be careful with humor. Once again, when we talked about humor not that long ago, we were really discussing the fact that you're not a comedian. And even comedians have a tendency to go over that line, and it hurts the entire event. For that reason, be safe with your humor. Know the topic. If you're presenting for Best Movie, you want to know what the movie was about. You want to understand what went into it. If you're presenting for Best Visual Effects, Best Sound Effects, any of those other categories, know what goes into that so that you can build that anticipation for when you bring the person or the people up to present to. And don't change things at the last minute. That can be a recipe for disaster. So rather than changing at the last minute, get your speech done well in advance. Check with both the person who's giving the award and who's receiving the award. So that way you can make sure things line up well. Speeches of acceptance. My saying is, don't become the meme. Because yes, you're thrilled. It is the high point. You are sitting out in the audience waiting for your name to be called along with 15 other people, and they called you. So when you go up there, you realize all the agony those other people have been through, so you want to be gracious. You want to be thankful. You want to thank the Academy. Don't go up there and say, oh, it's about time. No, instead you want to be gracious. You want to be humble. You know, you want to acknowledge the other people that were perhaps in the running for it and say, you know, I'm so glad to be chosen when there are so many other qualified people. Don't overdo it. That's where the meme comes from. I know this goes back to the 80s and unbelievable, and it's still a meme out there. It was, what, 10 seconds of Sally Field's life on accepting an award, and it ended up being in The Mask, the movie, and it's still in a meme today. So when you overdo it, it can last for a while. Don't become the meme. Commemorative speeches. Of course, these are important because it's paying tribute to a person. It could be at a wake, it could be at a retirement, it could be in a number of situations. It could be an institution, an organization, a nonprofit, recognizing the great things that they have brought to the city, to the community, to the number of people out in the audience. It could be an idea. It could be a place. All of these type of commemorative speeches really do honor values and become very important. So you want to make sure that you focus on the value of, okay, this park has meant this to this family, has meant this to the community. It has embraced togetherness, and it is unique. Watch for these things, bring them in, and include them in this type of speech. This one, you're not introducing anyone, you're not presenting, you're not accepting. Instead, you're more of discussing the entirety of, all right, this is why this is a special event, why this is a special occasion. This speech can be a little bit longer than the other ones. Once again, what's interesting about all these speeches is they focus on someone other than yourself. Yes, when you're accepting an award, but you're not focused on you because you're being humble and you're being gracious, so you're focusing on the other people that were up for the award, and you're focusing on the award itself. Here are some fun ideas. Like I said, you don't have to do the standard one with this. If you go to Google, you go online, you look it up, and you're probably going to find list after list after list of special occasion speeches. If you're coming up on a special event in your life, for instance, Perhaps you're exchanging vows and you're getting married. That's a special occasion speech, absolutely. The best man will give one, the matron of honor will give one. Yes, those are very important ones. You may have an opportunity through this speech to write it out and to share it. You might do a best of, the best pet award, the best brother award, the best sister award, best parent award. Now, there's only one thing I request. If you're doing something along the lines of a best of, share it with the person, because it makes it a special event for them as well. That someone is recognizing them, maybe not on TV, maybe not in front of a large audience, but you took the time to write the speech and share it with them. Now, here are the off-the-wall ideas. All right. Think of what a speech would look like if you were the father, mother, best friend at a wedding where you don't really like the person they're marrying. What would that look like? I've seen some really fun ones with these a couple students have done. A birthday or a wake for a pet or pets. I had one unfortunate student that had trouble with raising fish during the semester, and she actually did a wake for all of her fish that didn't make it through the semester. And this can be a kind of a sad one, but it also can be kind of a fun one if you're celebrating a birthday. Maybe you have a cat that's 18 years old or a dog that's 12. And this is your chance to say, hey, great pet. Another opportunity is the evil doctor monologue. Well, I know we don't usually think of this as a special occasion speech, but it can be fun. Evil doctor monologue where, all right, this is how we're taking over the world. Or perhaps this is how we get rid of the superheroes. Something of that variety. It's fun. This is about having fun with the speech. Presenting a band with an award and you hate the band. How would that come out? How would you come up with something gracious and humble to say about the worst band in the world? How would you do that? Think about it, have some fun with it. Accepting an award for a significant other that just texted you that you're breaking up. That's right, it's over. And now you have to go out and accept their Grammy, their Oscar. What would that look like? Have some fun with it. Giving a speech at a funeral or a wedding that you crashed just for the food. You know nothing about these people that are getting married. You know nothing about them. And yet, you know how they are. They go around with a camcorder and they say, hey, can you say something about... This was your opportunity. Doing an annual sales report for a company that is firing you. Think about how that would look. These are just ideas, so let's look some more. A speech at the National Apathy Convention. I don't care. Whatever, just do it. You get the idea. Look at presenting an award for your best friend, dog or cat. Speaking at your imaginary friend's wedding or funeral. This can be enjoyable. I actually had a student that did one for her Teddy Ruxpin. Teddy Ruxpin's batteries had gone bad and had ruined him, and he was no more. So she actually gave Teddy Ruxpin a send-off. Presenting an award for someone else when you feel you should have won the award. This would definitely be a more humorous one. Don't have to be serious. A toast at your ex's wedding. A toast at the end of the world. Or any number of things. I'm not going to limit you on this speech. Just remember, you need to have it into presenting, introduction, acceptance, or some type of special occasion. It is wide open. What the true goal is with this speech is to have fun and show off what you learned this semester. Take the time to really enjoy yourself. Not be overly serious or be serious. It is truly up to you. What we wanted to cover in a short time. I know you're going, is Brad going to talk for another 20 minutes? Nope. I'm letting you escape at this juncture so you can go work on this, because this last month is action-packed and we like it that way. But we talked about special occasion speeches to include introduction, presentation, acceptance, commemorative, and some off-the-wall ideas that you could utilize. If you have questions, email me, let me know. I'm here. You've done a great job. Really, now's the time to show off and have some fun. Think of it as the all-star game. You know, you don't have to worry about winning. You don't have to worry about the final score. You're just there for the slam dunk contest and showing off your skills.